Hello. In this video, we will discuss about REST-based API, or you can say RESTful API. So guys, there are many more APIs, but we are using RESTful API because RESTful API uses HTTP to work, or you can say to function, which is very good for a network. So basically, there are 6 attributes for a REST API. First one is client-server architecture. So what do you mean by client-server architecture? So let's discuss some of them. So for example, this is your API client and this is your API server. So I told you two applications will communicate with the help of API. So this is my client, this is my server. So for example, I want some information from this particular application. So this application will send a HTTP GET request for a URI, and this particular application will give back a reply, and in reply it will give the data. For example, this application is asking list of interfaces. So this application will say list of interfaces is this. So this is basically your data. So two applications will communicate with the help of API in a client-server architecture, and REST-based API or RESTful API will be using HTTP for the transport, you can say. Second is REST-based API is stateless. Stateless means, for example, we have some exchanges. I asked you for some information. So I will not, or you can say the REST-based API will not keep a record that in the past I asked you about these attributes and you gave me these attributes. So no state is maintained, you can say. And last, the function that we are going to discuss here is cacheable and uncacheable. So what do you mean by that? So whenever you open any website, so there are few you can say logos or few pictures on the website which are permanent. So your browser will download those pictures. So your browser or your laptop don't have to ask the website again and again for that same data, you can say. So that simply means cacheable. So REST-based API also have this capability. If some particular thing, you can say if I am asking a list of interfaces, and in that list of interfaces, some interfaces are common for every device. So it will keep that particular list with it. So it means it is caching some particular information. Next, we will see. So there is a function that is called CRUD function, CRUD. So these are basically the actions that you can say, let's say I'm application number 1, you are application number 2, and we want to communicate. We can communicate with the help of HTTP, like I told you. And there are some actions that I can take, like I can create. First one is create. Create means it will allow the client to create some new, you can say, variable data values. So first of all, what is a variable? What is a variable? Let me tell you, variable is of two types: simple variable, list, and dictionary variable. So in programming language, a variable is a name or label that has an defined value. For example, I asked for list of interfaces. So list is my variable, and the interface names that I will get from the device are the values, like gig 0 by 0, gig 0 by 1, gig 0 by 2. Now what I can do, if I talk about create means I can define values to these particular interfaces. Let's say on a switch I want to set an interface to trunk. So I can set a value of the interface status to trunk. So this means create. If I'm saying read, reading means reading the particular data for a variable. What is the value contained for that particular variable? If I'm saying updating, updating means I can update the value also. For example, if a port is configured to be accessed, I can configure it as trunk. And last is delete. So if I want to delete some variables, I can delete. So these are basically the actions that a particular client can take to the server, or you can say vice versa. So this is how REST API will use HTTP. So guys, in this video we have discussed about some attributes of REST API and the main function that we call it CRUD. C-R-U-D. Thank you.